Hey there, drone fans. Rick here again from Drone Valley. In today's clip, I'd like to share with you an incredibly versatile USB charging hub that I've been using for the last couple of weeks, and it's fast becoming one of my favorite gadgets. It's a product called Charger Pro from a company called VogDUO, and it's a really smart way to charge all of your portable devices at home, and it's so small that I promise you're going to forget you have it with you when you're traveling. Now, I came across the product a few months ago when I was traveling. With my job, I spent a lot of time in airports and hotel rooms and meeting rooms, and I'm always looking for a way to charge my devices, especially at the airport. And what typically happens, especially if it's a busy airport, is that all the outlets along the wall are taken up. And a lot of times, people have these larger chargers plugged in, and they're actually gobbling up two outlets, so that's really frustrating. But in this particular case, I was scanning the walls looking for an open outlet, and I saw this thing plugged in across the room. So being a nerd, I can't help myself. I saw three cables coming out, but I thought, I don't even know what that thing is, but I'm gonna go find out. So I walked up to the guy using it and I said, what is that thing? And he explained it was a charger. Then I had a million questions. What kind of current does it put out? How expensive is it? Does it really work? How do you like it? And he went on and on about how much he really liked this product. He said that it took the place of three chargers he used to carry in his bag. And I'm always looking for ways to lighten my load on the road. And I love cool products. So the minute I got home, I got on the internet. I started looking up the company, doing a little research on it. And I was really impressed with it. So I immediately ordered one and I've been using it the last couple months. And when I tell you that the product is versatile, there's a lot of aspects to that, and I'll get into that in a minute. But before I do, in the spirit of full disclosure, you can see the package is sealed. So I like this product so much that I've used it a couple of months. I wrote the company an email and said, hey, you've got a great product there. I'd love to do a clip on it on my channel, let my viewers know about it. And they said, sure, we'll send you one. You can give it away on your channel. So I'm going to keep this one sealed, and there's going to be a link below where you can actually win this if you enter the contest, and I'm going to give it away. So I'm not keeping it. But I did buy one. And I've got it right here in my pocket. That's how small this unit is. It's that thin. Now, in the words of Monty Python, it's a wafer thin. It is that small and portable. And that's what I love so much about it, is that it really looks like a couple of credit cards stacked together, or a deck of cards, actually smaller than that. I think it's a ½ inch across. But let me get into some of the specs. So that one's going to stay sealed, and I'm giving it away. Oh, by the way, they come in different colors. So that's a red one with black trim. This is a black one with red trim. And they make one that's a pure white one. So if you're a big Apple fan, you like things white, you can get it all white. But some of the basic specs on the unit, the AC folds in against the body, so there's nothing sharp hanging outside, nothing going to break off. When you want to use it, you fold up the AC, you plug it in the wall. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is this rotates. I get 270 degrees of rotation. So if I'm plugging into a wall outlet and it has to fold down to be out of the way of what's plugged in above it, it works. If I have to put it in the top outlet and flip it up this way, it works. So it gives you tremendous versatility as far as what the position looks like in the wall. It's got three USB-A connections on the end of it. Each of these USB-A connections is 2.1 amps of current. Now that's important because a lot of the smaller chargers like this guy will give you an amp and a half. And even though they can charge devices, they can take forever to charge them. So having something that'll deliver a total of 30 watts across three outlets means that you can charge really hungry things like larger tablets and some of the bigger phones nowadays that take that extra current to charge them up. And you can use one of the outlets or all three of the outlets simultaneously. So pretty cool. Inside here, there's some really sophisticated electronics, because again, a lot of these chargers that are smaller like this really don't do a good job of protecting the devices you're connecting it up. So you'll find that there isn't overcurrent protection or overvoltage protection. This has everything built in. So it's got thermal protection, overcurrent, overvoltage charging. It's smart enough to know that when you plug a device into it, it determines exactly what that device needs in terms of charging current, and voltage is pretty much the same across them, but the charging current can vary between devices. This will make adjustments for that charging current. So I love it. I've used it with all my devices. And the best part for me is that a lot of times I'll end up in a conference room at a meeting or something, put that guy aside for a second, and maybe I've got a power strip, right? And the way it works in most of the meetings I go to is the first person that gets there plugs in, and then everybody else is sort of on their own. And if you showed up with a laptop, this is my laptop charger, and I want to plug this thing in, it's offset, but it's taking up a lot of room. So maybe I'll plug that guy into the end to keep it out of the way. But then if I've got another charger, say I've got another charger for another device, I can't plug this in anywhere I want, but if I plug it in the middle, now I'm taking up two extra outlets. And here was the charger I used to use. So this is a triple charger I used to use for charging my USB devices. I might plug that guy in here. Now all of a sudden I've wasted a lot of outlets and you can't plug anything in. But with this VogDUO product, I can fit that in between these other guys. So there I go, just plug it in like that. And I've got three outlets that I can charge from. And it's got plenty of versatility to move it around. Even over here where that cable's taking up room, I could plug it in there. Look at that. So I've got three outlets. So I love the fact that it's small and it's portable. And a lot of times too, when I'm in a hotel room, it seems like now I spend a lot of time at the Marriott, so I probably shouldn't pick on them, but they've kind of changed their layout for electrical connections. And what they do now is they'll put a lamp on the table, and and the lamp has an electrical outlet on the bottom of it, but it's so close to the table that trying to plug something like this in, it gets all bent up trying to get it plugged in. So having a device like this that's super thin means that I can, wafer thin, that I can slide it into that plug, and I've got 3 outlets here that I can charge my USB devices on it. And again, what I like so much is that each of those outlets are 2.1 amps, which is more than enough current to charge even my bigger tablets and my phones and all the other things, my headsets, whatever I happen to bring along, even quads. I charge a lot of my drones off these things, so it works pretty well. One other thing I bring along with me, and I've talked about this before in other clips, but I like this a lot, is one of these universal cables. And what's different about this cable is it's got a standard USB-A connection on that end, so you can plug it in any one of these outlets. But at this end, it's got an Apple connection here, and if I split it, I've got a micro USB connection here, because a lot of the products I bring are Android, and I can charge them here, and Apple, I can charge it here. So with me carrying this one charger and 3 of these cables or 2 of these cables on the road, it means I can eliminate a lot of the weight that I carry in my bag now. So I like it an awful lot. Again, I've used it for probably the last 2 months, haven't had a single problem with it. I found it to be incredibly versatile. It works well, it charges things well, it doesn't get hot. So when I'm done for the day, I just fold it up, slide it in my pack, and I'm good to go. It works very well in the field, and again, I haven't found a product that couldn't charge on it. Now, I know a lot of the products nowadays are getting bigger and bigger, so again, having that 2.1 amps in there is really a positive thing. So that's pretty much it for today. So like I'd mentioned, the company was nice enough to send us a brand new one. Again, you can see it's sealed. We're going to give that away. If you check the comments below, there'll be a link in there where you can actually enter the contest. You just put your email in there. After a week's time, we'll run it for 7 days. I'll pull a name at random. I don't keep the emails. We get rid of them once we're done with the contest, but there's no strings attached. So if you enter the contest, I pull your name, I send you an email and say, hey, congratulations, you won the charger. And then I get your address and I send it to you. There's no shipping charges, no shenanigans, and it's a worldwide contest. So anywhere you live, if you're watching the channel, we appreciate you guys watching the channel. So I'll ship this. I don't care. It'll go to Bulgaria. It'll go to Spain. No matter where you live, I'll ship it to you. So very easy to do. That's pretty much it for today. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. I'll put a link below where you can find this on Amazon. That's where I bought it. Pretty good value. It's not a very expensive charger, but again, for the versatility it brings to the table, it's something that I carry with me. And I bought a bunch of other ones for the kids and some of the family members. So I think it's a pretty cool product. Thanks again for watching for today. And if you have any questions at all, again, drop them below. And until next time, happy flying.